Okay, so I'm here with James, homeowner, and we were just discussing the project after we completed it. James had a rotted window that we had manufactured about 15 years earlier, and the window had rotted. We compared the cost of repairing the window to a window replacement, and in the end, why did you choose to replace the window instead of repairing it?
Well, it just seemed like repairing it was only going to last a few more years, right? So we'd be spending that money now and then spending more money again. So it just made sense. If we're going to do the job, do it right. And we knew you were the people that could do it right. And while we're at it, this window used to probably end right around here, but I think it was about 18 inches narrower, I can't remember.
Yeah,
so it was a bit awkward,
inches.
right? You got this big wall, you think you should be able to see up the whole thing. If you're sitting in the kitchen where you are right now, your view's kind of blocked to the backyard. So it's something that we always thought, it's just the way it is, that's the way the house is, but now that we have the opportunity to make a change, we thought, why not, right?
Right. So we talked about the potential of using a metal-clad wood window. We also looked at the product that's most upcoming in window replacement these days, which is a pultruded fiberglass product. So Duxton Windows were kind enough to manufacture these windows for us to the specifications that we requested. James, we provided the options to James for the various prices, and the fiberglass window was sort of in the middle of, but it provided the best efficiency and result and with the least amount of maintenance. So what do you think of the fiberglass windows now that they're in?
I mean, I think it's great. Love that we were able to maintain the opening at the top. I know this window got a lot wider, so that was a bit of a concern that we would lose that option, right?
Right.
And I think we've had the windows open every day since they've been in, and just lets the nice fresh air in every day.
Let the fresh air in.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. So we upgraded the windows that were in here. Were also triple pane windows. These windows are triple pane windows as well. When we talked about sun reflective coatings, I think we decided not to use reflective coatings, didn't we? Or
I don't remember,
Okay.
to be perfectly honest.
When we add a sun reflective coating, as we would on a window that faces the sun for most of the day, it tends to darken the window a little bit and affect the visible light that transmits through the glass. So I believe we opted for a triple clear product with argon gas fill, and it provides maximum efficiency, and we're really pleased with the result. And James, when we had the walls all bare, we discovered that there were some problems with the header on this window. So you asked us to replace that. Unfortunately, there's some extra charges that go along with things like that. Do you think those charges were reasonably fair?
Yeah, and I think it's totally worth it. Like if you're going to open up the walls, open up the, especially in an old house here when the investigation showed that, the insulation was original from 1946 when the house was built, right?
Exactly.
Like, this is the chance to do something about it, right? So, and there's not going to be another good chance without spending even more money down the road, right? So totally happy that we did that, and like you say, it exposed some issues that we wouldn't have otherwise found, and that's going to make it last even longer, right? So want to live in this house for another 100 years if I can.
So the original house was a lath and plaster home. Lath and plaster homes were very prevalent in the 30s, 40s, 50s. In the 60s, we started moving to drywall. The lath and plaster, it's lath that's nailed onto the walls, and the insulation, as James had mentioned, was inadequate. We removed all of that in the spaces that we were working. We insulated the spaces with proper up-to-date insulation. I think we used Rockwell to do that, which is sort of top-of-the-line friction fit insulation. And then we sheeted the walls with drywall and taped and mudded. And what you're seeing now is the end result of about 10 days work, I would say.
Yeah, about that.
About 10 days from start to finish.
Yeah, I mean, and the bulk of the work was probably done within the first week.
Yeah, that was the ugly part of the work.
Yeah,
the dirty and ugly part of it. And one of the challenges of doing a project like this is with these old finishes that have been in here for 70 or 80 years, is that they become very dry and dusty. And so our team took the initiative to make sure that we managed the dust and kept the environment contained so that it didn't get all over the house. How did we do there?
I think pretty good, and your crew was vacuuming every day, all the way from here out to the front door where they were coming in and out. So yeah, I've kept it pretty clean, and not that our house is anything but dusty at the best of times. But I wish you guys could come back every week for us and do that.
Well, we'd be more than happy to if you have any more windows.
Yeah, I hope we don't for a while, but
I hope you don't
appreciate
either.
the work.
James, I want to thank you for trusting
Yeah.
us with your work.